So it is a brand new month, which means it is time for some monthly favorites. I'm gonna put you on to the best of the best from September. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. Starting off with this new Master Icon palette from Revolution Beauty. I am so impressed with this. I did do a review a few videos back between this and the Patrick Top Major Dimension 3 if you're interested. I went into detail, I did swatches, and I showed you guys pretty much the look that I'm wearing today on my eyes, which I do have this palette on today. I love this. Quality is on point. The shadows are pigmented, they layer really nicely, they blend beautifully together, and you really just cannot go wrong with an all matte palette, and this is what we were missing at the drugstore. So I'm very happy with this. I love the variety of cool tones, warm tones. It's a really good alternative to the Patrick Ta one if you don't want to spend a lot on eyeshadows. This is top tier. I also discovered these Makeup by Mario Longwear Cream eyeshadows. I did a first impressions on these a couple weeks back. I went back and I got more shades because I loved the quality so much of the navy blue eyeshadow, which I don't have here. I have it somewhere, but I have been testing these out, and what's really cool about them is you actually don't even need to use an eye primer if you don't want to. I have tried them with my eye primer and without, and I get the same longevity, great blendable formula with these, so they're really nice. I do recommend working quickly with these though. Not that they dry too fast, but I think you just get a better blend overall if you pretty much blend them as soon as you apply them onto your lids. I'm talking within seconds. And I also love tapping the brush initially to blend these out, and then I will lightly swipe back and forth. I love the way that these blend. They layer nicely on top of each other as well, and it's pretty much like a one and done kind of product, which is nice. So you could really just get away with doing an entire makeup look on your eyes with just these. No other powder eyeshadows necessary. Next up, I have to talk about my Persona waterproof eyeliner. This one's in the shade Chocolate, and it's been my go-to eyeliner for my waterline ever since I got this. It is just the most beautiful warm tone brown, super creamy, doesn't smudge, it lasts all day, and I feel like I don't have to reapply as much compared to other eyeliners. Like, I always give my eyeliner on my waterline a little touch up, but with this it's not as much as others, and it really is a waterproof formula. But the shade of this brown color is perfect. It's a warm brown, so if you have brown eyes or honestly any eye color, I feel like this is gonna really make them pop. The shade of this reminds me so much of Costa Riche from MAC. I love that eyeliner. One of my favorites ever. I used to use that back in the day, and it makes the eyes pop. So if you're into that kind of warm reddish tone brown, this is it. Comes in other shades as well, which I do want to get. I definitely got to get the black one. I think they even have a blue one as well. It is such a creamy, beautiful, rich eye coat. I cannot stop using this Rimmel multitasker better than filters. This is like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, but I actually like this one more. I love the undertone to this. It's in the shade light medium. It doesn't really give coverage, to be honest. It's just a skin enhancer in my opinion. It says on here it's a primer, highlighter, glow booster. You could use it before your foundation, you could mix it with your foundation, or you could use it in place of your foundation. Even though it doesn't have a lot of coverage, I still love to use this on my very natural kind of makeup looks, because this with concealer, it just gives the prettiest glowy skin that's like your skin but better. So I love this alone with concealer and a little bit of powder cream blush, but I also love it under my foundation. I'm wearing it today with the High Glam foundation from Natasha Denona, and I feel like it just gives the prettiest, most natural kind of glow from within. Literally the best. I got it at Walmart. It was like 10 bucks. This last month I tried out a new pocket blush from Rhode. Rhode is also officially at Sephora, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know. These pocket blushes are my absolute favorite, #1 product from the brand. They have so many great shades, and I discovered this color in Tan Lines, and I'm so in love with it. It's like that mid-tone kind of pinky brown moment. Love it on the cheeks. I've been using it literally non-stop. I'm wearing it today, and I have more blushes over top, which I'll show you, but I love how juicy this makes the skin look. This formula is very dewy, very fresh, and I love to match my blush and my lip combo together as well, so I always love the pocket blushes, the way they look with lip liner. It's so pretty. But yeah, this is like the perfect kind of fall tone because it's a little bit toasty, but it's not too dark, it's not too light. Another gem from Revolution Beauty, the Bouncy Blur blushes. These give high end. So with this formula, it's going to be a cream to powder finish. So you could apply these under your powder or over top of powder, and it's gonna look seamless every single time. A little bit more of a buildable formula as well, but it is fantastic. It looks so good. They have so many great shades. I've been really liking the color Paprika Pop, which is a soft bronze. It's kind of like a blush and bronzer in one. So I love this for the fall time. It's a really great just go-to kind of blush. It goes with any kind of makeup look too for this time of year. And I also love the color Blurry Rose. It's the prettiest kind of mid-toned pink shade. Not too bright, not too too light, but they do have some brighter and lighter shades as well. But when I tell you, this formula reminds me of something high-end, like truly. Revolution Beauty, they have not only dupes, but I feel like their products in general are just really good. They've gotten so much better too within the last couple of years, and mostly all of their things are under $15. I love the bouncy texture that they have. I think it just gives such a nice blend and a really seamless application. It honestly doesn't take much for me to love a blush, and I discovered these Super Suede Radiant blush powders from Saie, and I'm so impressed with this formula. It is silky, velvety, smooth, not glittery. So originally I tried out the color Chow, which by the way, I'm wearing that today, topped with tan lines as well from Rhode. It's like that pretty toasty mid-tone bronzer kind of color, but it's not too warm or orangey on the skin. It gives a little bit of a glow, but not too much. It's kind of like that inner hourglass glow from within. Doesn't accentuate any texture or anything. It's literally just so smooth and pretty. It has a more buildable formula, but I love that because you could really build it up and get a ton of pigment on your cheeks, or you can keep it really light and soft and just get a super natural flush. So I love this color. It pairs perfectly with Rhode tan lines. I love doing blush cocktails because that is truly how you're going to make your blush last all day, and it's fun layering blushes, and I love trying to find powder products that match with the creams and liquids, and I feel like this is the best duo. If you're into that kind of mid-tone bronzer blush kind of moment, this is a really beautiful combo, and that's what I'm wearing today. And I loved that one so much that I went back to Sephora and I got the color Mia, which is a little bit more on the pink side, but look how pretty these are. I'm also wearing this today. I have 3 blushes on. I know it's extra, but like, it's what you gotta do to get the most out of your blushes. But not really though, because I have tried these by themselves as well, and you don't need to layer them over top of another cream. These on their own are also really beautiful, and I love the way these two colors look together as well. I feel like the pink topped over the Chow shade, it just gives it this really pretty light baby doll touch. Fell in love with the satin matte bronzer from REM Beauty. I got the color Solar Storm, and I'm in love with this. This is such an effortless kind of bronzer, not muddy, not overly pigmented. I feel like when you apply it with your brush and then stipple it onto your face, it just gives the perfect wash of color, and you don't really have to do much blending, to be honest. You apply it and it's pretty effortless. I really like it with this Anastasia Beverly Hills A19 powder brush, and the way that I like to apply it is literally just kind of stippling it in all over, and I love the touch of bronze that this gives. And like I said, I feel like you don't even need to do much. You kind of just apply, stipple it in, and boom, you have airbrushed bronze skin. Also been really enjoying this Yummy Skin liquid blurring balm from Danessa Myricks. It is such a unique product. It's pretty much a powder but in a liquid form, so you could use this in place of your powder, but for me, I love to set my makeup with this because I love the way the makeup looks and wears throughout the day. I feel like it's completely plastered on the face, so I'm very generous when I do spray it, and then I let it dry for a little, and once that fully dries, I go back in with my powder puff of the day and I press everything in, and I don't do any extra powder. It's just whatever is left over on the powder puff. I will just press all of that in, and I feel like that's what really gives you that long-lasting makeup with this product, and your makeup's not going anywhere with this. The makeup throughout the day just looks a little bit more like it has this soft matte, very kind of light powdery finish. But what I like about the setting spray is that it doesn't make my face feel tight or dry or like it's literally going to crack, and I really love to use this especially with my glowy products because I kind of get the best of both worlds. I get a little bit of glow, like for instance today I have some of those glows kind of peeking through, but I feel like the setting spray really helps to just kind of manage everything, and I'm not overly greasy throughout the day. I've tried this in place of my powder. Not personally my favorite way to use it because I just like my traditional powder, especially for the under eyes, but you could get away with, let's say you want to just use some powder on your under eyes and you don't want to use powder all over your face, you could get away with just using this spray. It is so pretty. I think this is up there with One Size for sure. Two completely different kind of products, but it's splurge worthy is my point. Now we have to talk about some lip liners. Let's start off with the combo that I'm wearing today. So I have on the Milani Keep It Full Plumping Lip Liner. This one is in the shade Hot Tamale. It's what I'm wearing today to line my lips. It's a beautiful brown shade, but there's something about the undertone to this that I just love. It's like a touch of like this reddish kind of tone, and it just looks so good with literally anything. You can top this with any lip oil, any gloss, and it looks so good. It's like the perfect fall lip liner. These are plumping, so there's going to be a little tingle, but it doesn't burn, it doesn't sting. But I love how creamy and pigmented these are. These actually also have some really good lasting power. I also really like the color Fire Sign. It's a little bit deeper, more cool toned of a brown shade. As you can see, Hot Shot has a touch of that warmth that I told you about, but I love the way these line and contour the lips. Beautiful formula. It's a 10 out of 10 all around. And then Revie Beauty has some amazing lip liners. These are up there with Fenty, Natasha Denona. They have that same longevity. These are going to be a little bit more long wearing than Milani. Milani is still going to be long wearing though nonetheless, but these are next level. So I really like this color in Mocha. Let me just swatch the other one here so we can compare. Almond. Almond is that perfect neutral cool toned brown. It's a little bit lighter in tone, of course, than Mocha, but once you have these on, do your blending right away, like if you want to smudge it into your lips and all that, because once these dry, they're not going anywhere. They have such a nice dry down. They are completely transfer proof. They will last you many hours, even through drinking, eating, talking. I'm so impressed with the formula, and like the fact that you don't have to constantly be reapplying your lip liner throughout the day. It's actually insane. I really like all the colors that they have. They have 4 total, but these 2 have been my favorite in rotation. I really like them mixed, but I also just like them individually. They're so pretty. Revie also has the sharpener that is incredible. I've been really liking it with a lot of my pencils. This works really well with the Persona eyeliner. It works amazing with the Milani lip liners. It's a good sharpener. I love the size of it, and it just sharpens everything beautifully without wasting product, because I cannot stand sharpeners where you have to keep doing it and keep sharpening, and it doesn't give you that beautiful sharpened pencil, but that it does. Almost forgot to mention the lip combo too. So Hot Tamale from Milani, Tan Line from Rhode. I just applied that right in the center. And then Rare Beauty lip gloss in the shade Glimmer. Let's actually add a little bit more. That is the lip combo. It is so good. These Rare Beauty glosses are also amazing. Not really a favorite. I mean, I do love it, but I don't want to include it because I haven't used it that much, but it's really good. They have a sweet peach smell. Not sticky, super smooth, very juicy. We love. Seriously, these lip liners are the lip liners of my dreams. Pretty much all that you need for the fall time, to be honest. These are going to be just in rotation nonstop because they look good with everything. Now let's talk fragrances. I have 2 here that I want to mention. The first one is from Rare Beauty. I am in love with this. This has been in rotation nonstop ever since I got it. To me, this is just the perfect everyday scent. It could be daytime or nighttime in my opinion too, because it's sweet, it's soft, but it's elevated. It's sophisticated. It doesn't have a powdery dry down, and it also isn't overly sweet in my opinion. I really like it by itself. I also love to layer it. I just think it's such a pretty scent. Like truly, it just gives classy, and I do find that this is long wearing for me. I can still smell this on me like 5-6 hours later. I also really love the Rare Beauty fragrance layering balm. So this is the Amber Vanilla, which I really like because I feel like when you apply this and then the fragrance over top, it definitely brings out those sweet notes a little bit more. But it is genius with the balm too. I feel like you just need a little bit. I like to put it right onto my wrist area, a little bit behind my ears. The texture is so nice because it's not greasy. It absorbs into the skin really nicely, but then immediately after I will go in with the perfume and it just enhances the scent so beautifully. The Amber Vanilla is perfect. I really like the way this is because I feel like with that amber in there, it's not overly sweet. It just balances it out beautifully, gives it kind of like a touch of toastiness in there. So I think this is a great fall layering balm. Then on the other hand, I also really like the Floral Peony Blossom. This one is definitely, it's floral. So it's sweet. It's a little bit more on the fresh side. So layering the perfume over top of this, it definitely brings out a touch of those floral notes in there. And the fragrance lasts even longer on my skin whenever I layer it with these balms. So I think this is genius. I love how you can kind of alter the scent a little bit with these. And you can use these with your favorite fragrances as well, which is really nice. But I am in love with these. It's genius, and you don't need to use a lot. I feel like it is a nice kind of just strong base initially, and then when you layer the perfume over top, your perfume's gonna last all day. It's so good. Last but not least, I wanted to shout out the Kylie Cosmetics Cosmic 2.0 perfume. This is everything. This smells like freshly washed hair. It's fresh, it's sweet, it's florally. It is different than the one from Rare Beauty. I feel like the one from Rare Beauty has a little bit more of a sweetness to it, whereas this one, it's sweet, but it also has a bit more of a freshness to it. That's why I said it literally smells like freshly washed hair. And sometimes I will even layer these with the balms as well. If you prefer a more fresh floral kind of scent, I think you would really love this, but somehow I feel like the dry down is a little bit kind of musky. So I do think it's a perfect fall fragrance. This is a perfect blend of freshness, sweetness, floral. I love it. So those are all of my September favorites. I will have everything linked for you down below if you're interested. Make sure to let me know what products you have in rotation, and also let me know what fragrances you guys are loving. I love these kind of vibes, you know, sweet, floral, little touch of freshness in there. So if you guys have any other recommendations based on these that I showed you, let me know in the comments, and make sure to hit that subscribe button for new videos every single week, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.